Well, howdy fuckers, and welcome to this week's episode of the Western Grunge Tape Deck. This week's episode is brought to you by the Laurel Cove Music Festival, Hillbilly Egg Rolls, getting engaged, BAM! And all the other degeneracy we got up to this past weekend. We figured we'd sit down and give you guys a recap. Real quick reminder, though, because on the day this episode drops, June 20th, 2026, we'll be hosting the first round of the Battle of the Bands at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort in Miami, Oklahoma.
It's a resort,
It's a resort.
They got a water park?
I think they have a pool.
God, that needs to be the next edition, water park.
But anyways.
Oh my god!
Lazy River.
Lazy River Music Festival.
Okay, can I finish this ad read, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Tickets are $10 at the door. We have 4 acts going on that night. We have Emily Woodall, Reagan Carter, Garrick Fawcett, and the Revelry, and the Doghouse. So come join us for a great night of fun, cold beer, and great music. Anyways, back to your regular scheduled programming.
Damn.
Sorry, I short-circuited there for a second.
I was thinking about the lady. I was off my ass in the woods walking back from the Creekside stage, and me and this middle-aged woman sat there for like at least 15 minutes and chatted about our dream music festival, which would be a lazy river music festival with bars that are floating.
Would love.
Like float on your little float up to one. It was incredible. She told me it was $1 million idea. She told me she would invest in it, so.
Start the Patreon now. Donate.
Yeah. Literally. Can we crowdfund this?
You know, speaking of Bosler, since we have his lovely face behind our friend Dana here, Dana, Austin mentioned he hosts a music festival for those listening called Pickin' Strings at Pickle Springs. This is in southern and central Missouri. He mentioned doing like floaties of some sort while watching because it's on a lake. Did that come to fruition? Did people do that there?
A couple people do it, but it hasn't really caught on yet. I tried to do it both years, but nobody wanted to do it with me. And I don't know anybody there besides
Where is
Lillian Ashton.
The Red Dirt Rangers are playing that music festival, and they said people float.
Diamond Head.
In Tahlequah.
In Tahlequah, down there on the river.
Come float with us.
I think we're gonna try to go to that one because it has a lot of our friends: Silverado, Race Ricketts, the Red Dirt Rangers.
Shout out John Cooper.
Is Shelby on that bill? But anyways, it's down there, and it's right after Kendall's birthday, so I think we may go down there for Kendall's birthday.
Fun.
But I wanted to give a shout out again to Austin. He does his music festival. I don't want to call it a little music festival, but his music festival. He invited us out there this year, but unfortunately, we won't be able to make it due to a prior commitment. But yeah, you guys get with Basler and see if you guys can check that out if you want.
He's got a good lineup. He's had a good lineup every year.
I think he has Leon Magison coming back.
Someone teach Tracer how to say his name.
Colt Winter Lepley.
Tracer, it's Meitzen.
Meitzen. It's Bosnian.
Meitzen.
Meissen.
Might
like
not.
you might sin. I might be sinning.
So real quick, Johnny Coltrane, shout out Johnny Coltrane, love you, dude. He came by and grabbed me, and we went up to the merch booth, and we were having him sign posters because he has this really cool poster of him like roping a bronc while riding a trout. Badass poster.
It's awesome.
And it was like $20, and I was like, you know what? I can give up $20 for something this cool. Well, he was signing them up there, and the lady was like, "We only accept cash," and he was like, "Oh, you can Venmo me," and I was like, "Bet." And he like handed me the poster, and I was like, "What's your Venmo?" And he's like, "I don't know, ask Johnny." And so like I turned to Johnny and I was like, "Hey, what's his Venmo?" And he like typed it in. And so I turned to Leon and I'm like, "Hey dude, it wants me to like confirm the last 4 of your phone number." And he's like, "Oh dude, just send it. If I don't get it, I don't get it." So I would really like to know if he ever got the payment
They
for
always
that.
ask you to confirm it, and I never do, which is a mistake, because one time we ran into an issue where, who was it? Kale. You know my friend Kale? He was trying to Venmo my Nana $900 or $700 for when we saw Lana Del Rey. We bought all these tickets and stuff. You sent it to the wrong lady.
Dear God.
She sent it back. Don't worry.
That's terrible.
But yeah,
Um.
that's why you always need to confirm the phone number.
So let's start off. Thursday.
No, we gotta start off on day 0.
Day 0.
Our drive.
Yeah, I want to hear about the planning behind this engagement because here's
I want to hear about the planning too, because what the hell?
well, Tracer texted me like probably months plus ago. It was certainly weeks ago, probably over a month ago, and was like, "Hey, I'm think I'm gonna propose to Kendall at Laurel Cove," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like freaking out, and I was like, "Let me know what you need, whatever." And then he never said anything, and I was like, "Well, I reckon he's got it under control."
It was gonna be like, you know me, I'm like delusional as fuck. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna walk in and he's gonna have like rose petals lined up in a circle, and somebody's gonna be singing a romantic song. No, bitch, we're taking a fucking group photo. He didn't even tell anybody. The photographer people came up and were like, we could have took photos for y'all if you would have told us. And I'm like, damn it, Tracer, we could have got free fucking professional engagement photos, but you didn't lock in enough to tell anyone.
He did at least think to have like while pictures were being taken, that was at least something. So
Yeah. No. So I had the ring on me. And
I tried to open.
she kept trying to open the glove box and it was like locked in the glove box. But anyways, I had the ring on me, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll wait till like later in the night to do it.
Like when Cassius is on, maybe.
Yeah.
He's got some romantical songs.
Yeah. And then I don't know. It was just I was like standing there, and we had the group together, and that was like my first plan was to do it with everybody there. And so John was like, do something cool. And I was like, well, this will be pretty cool. Everybody's already right here. And so I just did it.
I like didn't process it for like a good hour because I could not believe that that was the moment he chose to do that. So I'm sitting there like, I never even gave him an answer. I didn't say yes or no.
Everyone kept
I
asking you, like, did you say yes? And you're like, I think.
I stuck out my hand and kissed him. So that was good enough, but I could not process anything for a good minute. I was very like, what the, right now? Right now? Damn.
Yeah, I wanted to get it going. I mean, I kicked off the weekend with a good start,
it's true.
Kicked off the weekend with a bang. I did like it because I got attention all weekend. Lots of people came up to me, said congratulations, and I was like, oh, I love this. I love being the center of attention. It's a Leo thing.
And
you
we
wouldn't get it.
We made the was it the Bell County paper? Well, we made some paper, which was really cool because we're not from there. So
That's cute.
You know,
I also
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just going to say, I thought it was really cute how we were all standing together to take a group picture. But then it's like, I'm looking around as it's happening. And like, after it happens and everyone's like standing there congregating, more Twitter people are coming up.
Yes.
And there was like, everyone was right there. And I
Emily
was-
spotted us from like across the way and came running up.
she was like,
She saw it mid proposal.
all I see is like I come back up and like Kendall and I hug, and then everybody's like starting to congratulate us and whatnot, and I just hear Emily go, "What just happened?"
She said, you were right, because me and her were talking, and I was like, I think he's going to propose at Laurel Cove. Obviously didn't think he was going to propose like 1 hour in, day
Yep.
one.
That ring was burning a hole in his pocket.
It was. And
I was really scared I was going to lose it. Was the problem?
it was in his koozie. It was
Saw
in his
you
koozie.
around 7, you definitely would have lost it, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
cute.
honestly, getting it out of the way early, best option there. Or you would have had like a
Away!
nervous wreck of a weekend.
Well, you had all weekend to flash that ring around.
I did, and that felt good. Sorry, I had to be a little hateful, but it's okay. It was cute. You know, my parents got married in that region of the mountains as well, so.
Cute.
Well, they've never got engaged, they eloped, so it's technically, you know, same thing.
Yeah, well, that works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was a great time to do it. Kendall has literally told me probably 1,000 times about how much she loved Laurel Cove and how important she felt Laurel Cove was to her. And so I was like, well, that would be a good place to do it. So
So let me tell you guys my predictions of when I thought it was gonna be.
Yes.
Because I had 3 guesses. And one of them had already passed. I was like, oh my god, boys from Oklahoma. We're gonna see Wyatt Flores and Turnpike. That makes a lot of sense. You know? That makes a lot of sense. Well, we had a lot going on at that time. We bought a house, so as the day approached, I'm like, yeah, no. Then I'm thinking, okay, well, up this month, Pretty Places will be, or not this month, this year, Pretty Places will be in Laurel Cove, but we're also going to Red Rocks for the first time. Ragweed. So I was like, and I was talking to Brooklyn, and I was like, I think Tracer's gonna propose, but I don't know where. And we were trying to figure out if we thought it was gonna be Red Rocks or Laurel Cove.
yeah, I meant to text Brooklyn too. And I never
she
did.
knew because I was giving her the inside group.
Funny.
Yeah, but now we get the fun of another financial burden. Planning a wedding. Woohoo!
Knock 'em
Well,
all.
I'm of the opinion, like, take your time. You know, there's some people that, like, feel like they have to, like, have a wedding within 6 months, and I'm like,
Oh no, baby, that's not happening.
your time.
Yeah, enjoy it because you'll be married forever. You'll only be engaged X amount of time.
Exactly. That's why I told my mom. Well, my little funny joke of the weekend was whenever we got engaged, I kept being like, I don't know how to react. This is my first time. I thought it was silly, but nobody was laughing with me, so I was like, damn. But yeah, that was a good start to the weekend. Besides the crazy drive we went on,
Yeah, let's hear about that.
the fuck ass Dairy Queen.
The fucking Dairy Queen.
Tracer got so fucking lost in this Missouri town that this dude pulled over to try and like help us figure out where we were going, and Tracer got scared and just sped away from him. We pull up to Laurel Cove. We're at the Pine Mountain Resort like lodge, and it's what time was it? Like 7:30.
Yeah.
Tracer's getting out doing his dad stretches, looking fucking nuts. We go inside and get it all situated,
Oh my
and the
God.
guy at the desk was like, "Are y'all the ones that came from Kansas?" And I'm like, "Yes."
So I proceeded to accidentally write down Silverado for the make of my pickup instead of Silverado. And then I proceeded to try to talk to the guy about Silverado for like 5 minutes. And I'm like out of it by this point. Like delirium has set in. And I'm like, brother, they're just like a Texas honky tonk band
Meets the Eagles.
meets the Eagles. And then I was like, but you gotta see him live because you gotta look at Omar, man. Like Omar makes it. Like without like looking at Omar, I mean they're just another Texas country band.
This poor
It's like 11 in
lodge
the morning
worker
at this point,
was
correct?
not having
Like,
it.
What'd you say, Tina?
it's like 10, 11 in the morning when you guys got there too, right? Like you.
No, it's 7:30.
Oh, okay, even earlier.
We
Good.
put up the Tracer puts up. Shouldn't say we. Tracer puts up the tent and he passed the fuck out in the tent, twice, and I was just sitting there drinking. I was like, well, there's nothing else to fucking do, so I just sat there and drank for a good 4 hours before we went. But coming down, he got to experience the shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only complaint I have about the entirety of Laurel Cove. I love Laurel Cove. Them fucking shuttles.
Yeah, we also had some shuttle issues, and this was my 4th year going, and every year, well, besides last year, I've taken a shuttle every year I've been there from either the high school or a hotel. And so I've never had any issues at all, but there were 2 nights, both nights I suppose, where we were down there prior to 11:30 when they said the shuttles were going to leave, and then like they had already left. And I assumed they had just like filled up, and so they were like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and go. But we were there before the time. And so that was my only complaint, but I think more people may have just been taking
Yeah,
them.
they were, because they encouraged more people to take them this year, I think.
Well,
But
I mean,
here's my thing. We didn't get the shuttle did pass us, in the paintball field, fine. But the paintball field and the wilderness, the shuttles up there are iffy, anyways. Because it's the furthest away, other than, like, Econo Lodge or whatever. So we decided to drive down one night, and me and Tracer walked the wrong way to the car and ended up walking like 2 miles up the mountain.
Shit.
and then we took that back, like, we went up on the backside of it to get back to camp.
That was terrifying.
And I mean, my truck handled good. That wasn't the problem. It was Kendall freaking out because like we're going up on the switchbacks, and I mean there was a couple of them that were like all the way around. And I personally, I'm a flatland boy. Our roads are very straight. We get excited when we see a curve. However, up there, I was terrified every time I wasn't going straight, which was most of that mountain trip. But yeah.
Yeah, that was also my only complaint. And I was like, honestly, you know, if that's like my one complaint, I'll take it. But I do think it was just like a volume thing. I think just more people were taking, like, whenever they posted their little thing on Facebook asking for input, and I was like, maybe one more shuttle next year would do us some good.
You know what they also need again? That fucking chicken vendor.
Dude, all of their food vendors are so fucking good. Like,
I
think
know, but I missed the chicken vendor from last year. You remember by the Creekside stage?
Yeah.
It was so cheap and it was so good.
I just know that hillbilly egg rolls may have changed my life.
Hillbilly egg rolls, dude.
yeah, those are fire.
But real quick, who's one person you want to see there next year?
I would love to see Mr. Colt Winter Lepley. I think that he would rock a like early evening Creekside performance. I think his vibe fits it super well. I think people would be very receptive to him, and he like isn't that far, and his management has bands there every year, so I think it's like attainable, you know? So I have been advocating hard for him for like 2 years now to be there. So
Same.
I really would like to see American Aquarium headline. Because I think BJ could do a killer fucking set out there. I mean, BJ's a North Carolina boy.
Can you
So,
can you imagine him getting that guitar up in his face for I hope she breaks your heart, and just like leaning out like over the pond, you know?
yeah, he would
God.
also be very well received.
I think so too. I saw somebody else say Ray Wiley Hubbard in the comment section
Love.
of that post too, and I was like, please. What about you guys?
Dana, who you got?
I don't know. There were so many because that Facebook post they made, I kind of said like 30 different names. So I'm trying to remember one of the 30 I said. Uh, I don't know. Probably this guy named Kagan McLean. He's
Shout out
from
Kagan.
yeah, he's from West Virginia. He lives in Southern Ohio now. Has a killer first album out right now, and has actually got the second one in the bullpen, trying to figure out how to get studio time and whatnot. But yeah, he's killer. Keegan Hatton, I think, would be really good to get there, Creekside stage. And a couple funny ones that I talked to Libby about last night. Totally out of the realm of possibility due to like financial reasons. But I was talking to Libby, and I said, you know how hard Dashboard Confessional would hit at Laurel Cove?
I knew Tina would love that one.
Yeah.
Be just a
Cry
handful of
on
us
the dashboard.
going hard. It's okay. It's all that matters.
Just that's all I could think about yesterday was Dashboard Confessional at Laurel Cove. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Who do you got, Tina?
I'm piggybacking off of Libby's comment in the Cove family group. I want to see Buffalo Traffic Jam there immensely. I want to see them
Yes.
everywhere all the time. I just need them to blow up big. And also, kind of piggybacking off this, like I like just I feel like Laurel Cove stuff. There's always been like someone who's brought like a weird energy, like just cool, like Jason Scott brought like a weird energy for the
Yes.
weekend, and I'm all about it.
Welcome to the red dirt, baby.
I want to
Mhm.
see Ivy and the Strange Band on the lineup for sure
Ooh,
because
okay.
they're so weird, and I'm absolutely obsessed with them lately. So need them.
Okay,
I have some out of pocket ones.
so here's mine, because I was gonna say Colt Winter Lepley. Libby took that one, so I'm not gonna say him. Love you, Colt. Um, Kendall took American Aquarium. I've thought a lot about that, but Kendall is the one that said this, and I think it would be a perfect, like, midday main stage, like getting people back up to the main stage. But the Smoking
That was
Oaks,
one of mine.
Yeah, they'd be super fun there.
because like
They can do some psychedelic shit too.
Dude.
After we saw them at Boys from Oklahoma,
well, that, I mean, when Cole like lets his vocals like truly go on outer space, I mean, it'll get weird out there. So they would definitely be a band to take out there. Now they have to bring back Shadowgrass.
yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think Shelby Stone.
Shelby would be
Um,
blue-haired nonsense out there.
I'm so excited,
My-
you guys. I could
My
cry.
out of pocket one would be Giovanni and the Hired Guns.
Dude, if you've never seen them live, they get like the tuba out.
I think that would be
Like-
so fun.
I mean, like Giovanni, like running out there with the tuba on, like blowing the tuba. I don't know how people like. They are like when you see Giovanni. I mean, okay, I've not seen Giovanni in the Hired Gun since like they went to rehab and everything. But I mean, I'm not like go. I mean, I'm very happy for him. Do not get that twisted. However,
Tracer's the type of guy to say, "I miss when Tyler Childers."
no, no, not at all.
We need to close this immediately.
That was a wild show. You didn't ever really know what was going to happen next because they did have a tuba player on stage with them at a bar.
We need more horns in country music, and I truly believe this after watching
Oh.
Jason Scott.
Hold up. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
More horns. Jason Scott and them playing them damn horns. Oh, I was
Need
ready for the
need a
horns.
ska country crossover.
Jason,
Yes. yes.
It's there. It exists. We just need a name for it.
you know, we're going ahead and talk about it. Jason Scott and his band had some technical difficulties while they were playing, and Jason Scott went into an acoustic cover of "I'm Way Too Young to Feel This Damn Old."
Tracer was up there crying.
Oh my god. Jesus, Jason Scott just has amazing vocals, and that's always been one of my favorite songs, especially as I get older. And just to hear it acoustic, I was having way too much fun.
He was like one of
That
them
was
old ladies
beautiful.
at church that got their hand up in the air like,
like brother,
Feeling
There's
it.
a
dude, he
video
had
of
pain in
it.
his,
If everyone wants to see it, I will post it. So please let us know.
he had pain in his voice coming from that, and I was feeling his pain. I was like, I'm right there along with you, brother.
My favorite
real
was the
quick-
follow-up.
Favorite song
Tracer
that-
goes, "Why is no one immersing themselves in my culture?" I'm like, he's looking around and he's just stunned that he's the only one standing up.
I was also loving the Brad Luttrell live tweets, being like the Okie boy and the Okie band. I loved that.
sit down.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I gotta talk about the porta potty hat saga.
He's
Yeah, let's
wearing the
hear it.
porta potty hat.
So, Thursday night, right before Cassius comes on, I go to use the porta potty, and all the porta potties were taken, and so I was waiting outside of one, and this guy comes out, and so I go in, and there's this hat that's like sitting like off to the side of the toilet, and I was like, "Hey man, you forgot your hat," and he's like, "It's not my hat," and he like runs off. And this guy was like, "You should take it up to like the main gate and leave it at Lost and Found." I was like, "Cool." So I, do my business, and then I go up to the main gate because I'm going back in, and I look at this kid, and I was like, hey, man, I found this hat in the porta potty, like, turning it lost and found. He goes, we don't have a lost and found. It's like, oh, okay. So I just took the hat with me. And I posted it on the Facebook group, like the Laurel Cove fan group. And I was like, hey, if you lost your hat in a porta potty, let me know. I'll bring it to you. Why did I start getting roasted by people for taking the hat out of the porta potty, including the Laurel Cove, like, Facebook page? They're like, oh, brother, I lost my keys in the porta potty a few years ago. You think you can find them? They're like, oh, the porta potty just has magic in it, brother. It chose you. And I'm like, what the? I'm trying to do something good, and y'all are bullying me? And so nobody ever claimed the hat, so I just fucking kept it.
He has it on his head right now, by the way. It still has fumes of porta potty shit. Tracer's the type of guy who would put on a hat he found in a porta potty, though. I think that says a lot about your character.
Hilarious. Tracer just trying to do a good deed.
You know, I'm Native American, and you know my people used all parts of the animal. I use all parts of the clothing, so I'm not.
What does that even mean?
I'm not going to leave the hat behind for it to get thrown away in the porta potty.
That's hilarious.
I definitely did not contribute to the bullying Tracer in the post.
One of the starters, if I recall correctly, actually, of the
I
bullying.
was the first one to talk a little ish, and I was, yeah.
Just accepting it. Like, I was just like, what is going on?
Too pure for this world.
Well, what about favorite sets from Thursday? Let's hear everyone's, if we can recall.
Cassius, but I really enjoyed Emily Jamerson and John R. Miller.
Look at this guy go. Look at this guy go. John R. Miller's set was fucking great. I love John R. Miller's set.
And I guess the kind of thing has been that I've never been able to get into John R. Miller. Like, I've tried to listen to him before, and he's just not my speed. But I had listened to part of his new album, and there was like 2 or 3 tracks where I'm like, this is not bad, you know? And seeing him live, I'm like, I get this. But I feel like it's the same thing I'm going to say about Shadowgrass here in a few minutes, is that I prefer seeing it live to seeing it or to hearing it recorded.
Yeah. And I will say, too, John R. Miller is one of my goats, period. And I've seen him quite a few times, and I think that this new album is very, like, I mean, a lot of his music is pretty, like, melancholy and, like, solemn, but this new album especially, and he played a lot of stuff from the new album. And personally, in this kind of setting, I would have loved to have seen more from Depreciated, but obviously I'm not going to complain because he's always great. But I do think it was a rather, like, I don't know, a little more serious than some of the times I've seen him, I guess.
Yeah, I thought he was really good. I really enjoyed his set.
Yeah, no, his voice is, like, made for the mountain, like, that setting, like, it projected in a way that felt just, like, magical, like, I listened, I'm not the biggest John R. Miller fan, but, like, it just translated so well out there, just, and I also kind of sat off under the trees, more toward the front by the letter rocks, during a set, and it just sounded so different out there as well. I don't think I've really sat for anyone sat up off to the side like that.
Yeah, it does fit the scene super
Everywhere
well.
you sit there, like, even when John and I sat more toward, like, the back under the shaded tree line, it just sounds different everywhere you go, and it doesn't sound bad.
Because I sat, like, in the creek last year, pretty much. Me and, you know the child that was selling rocks?
Oh, yep.
So, me and her sat together in the creek last year, and she's the reason I fell in. Love that child. She's so funny. But it sounds a lot different up close in the creek than it does back in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? My favorite spot had to have been under the tree where we were laying on the rocks.
Dude, I took a bomb-ass nap there Saturday.
Yeah, it's just different over there. Like, you wouldn't think being, like, that close off to the stage it would, but
No, I mean, it's just, like, the perfect vibe. I mean, like, the music's just loud enough you can hear it, and exhaustion, I mean, it kicked my ass all weekend. Like, I put my best foot forward, but
He thought he was gonna party on Thursday night. They tried to have an engagement party for us at the fucking campsite, and I went my ass to bed.
I'm like, I got back to camp and I drank a couple beers, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to party. And Kendall's like, please just come lay down. Like, please just lay down for 5 minutes. And I like crawled into the tent and like zipped it up, and then the next thing I knew, it was like 8:30 in the morning. And then so nobody was up
He
yet.
played fucking Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I thought that's.
He used the rest of my fucking portable charger to play Pokemon Go on the mountain.
I felt like that. I felt like I was having my real life Pokemon adventure out there Friday
He
morning.
loved it.
Like I'm like running through the mountains, like not running. I mean, my fat ass can't run, but I was walking through the mountains catching Pokemon out in the wild, and I was like, this feels like a Pokemon game right now. I'm enjoying my life.
Love. Danakins, what about you? What was your favorite set Thursday?
Probably John R. Miller, just because I mean, I've never seen him before. He's one of my favorite songwriters. Emily Jamerson was probably the best possible option to kick off the weekend.
Agreed.
She sounded amazing, looked amazing, and honestly, I cannot think who else even played Thursday.
Justin Clyde Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad. We
Oh
did
my
not make
gosh,
it down there
yeah.
for that set.
Yeah,
We didn't make
That
it
was-
to
Marfa. Can we
Creekside
talk about
because of-
Marfa?
Oh, yeah,
I was
Marfa,
very
too.
excited for Marfa. I've been onto them for a hot minute, and I was very impressed.
The Wilder Blue was good.
Wild Blue was good, but I feel bad. That's when I hit my post 13 and a half hour drive psychosis as well, and I feel like I don't remember Wilder Blue now.
Poor Zane Williams had to meet me on our walk down to the Creekside stage, right after I had smoked, and so I was extremely out of it. And I like walking, and I'm like, "You're Zane Williams," and he was like, "Yeah, man, what's up?"
You said his last name wrong. You
I said-
called him by the wrong last name.
I did, and then he corrected me, but he's like, "Hey, man, it's good. You look tired." I was like, "Yeah, I just drove 14 hours, and I got engaged. This is my my fiance, Newly." And he was like,
He
"Oh."
thought my name was Newly.
He's like, "Oh, Newly," and she's like, "No, my name is Kendall. He means I'm Newly's fiance." And I'm like, "Dude, I
He
am."
said, "Nice to meet you, Newly."
I was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. I drove 14 hours and I'm not feeling great." And he was like, "Hey, man."
I forgot about that completely.
He was like, "Hey, man, you're doing great." And he's like, "It was nice to meet you." And he excused himself from the situation, which I fully understand. But like, yeah, I had definitely just like hit the pin a few times, and then we're walking down the creek side,
He thought my
and it was like hit me all at once. So poor Zane Williams had to meet me just absolutely
It was almost as
stoned.
bad as the Jason Boland interaction.
Why do I keep having interactions with artists stoned?
This is why you shouldn't smoke, baby.
Thank you, Jason.
Funny.
Yeah, Thursday was a doozy, but I was kind of in psychosis for most of it, as you say, because number one, I'm exhausted. Number two, Tracer proposed, and I wasn't expecting it at that moment. So yeah.
But yeah, Thursday was good.
Friday?
yeah. I totally forgot Thursday was the day that Wilder Blue played.
They
And
were
they
I
were-
really loved them.
Like John R. Miller was my favorite of the day, along with Justin Clyde Williams. But I think the Wilder Blue was probably who I was most looking forward to, just because of how long I feel like Zane Williams has been a part of my music taste since like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know 2010, back when he like had a little bit of mainstream success as a solo guy. And then I know Tracer also did this, but I wore that first Wilder Blue album out back during COVID.
Dude,
I can't think of the name of the album, but
I always forget to go back to them, and I feel bad. I just haven't. I guess I haven't enjoyed the last couple releases as much as I enjoyed that first one, and we talked about that with this past weekend with Red
Agreed.
Clay Strays, where it's like you'll never have another Made by These Moments, but you still got to keep putting out music, and you still got to keep touring.
It sucks when the first one's the best.
Right. I mean, like, they Made by These Moments, and you're not going to find, and I think that's what happens to a
Yeah.
lot of bands. They capture lightning in a bottle, and you're never going to do that again.
Don't say that, because Don't say that.
I mean,
Don't say that.
I mean,
Don't say that because we're all thinking the same thing. Don't say that.
well, I mean, the only band that I can think of that truly has done it multiple times
Turnpike.
is Turnpike. They did it with A Long Way From Your Heart,
And Lana Del Rey.
and then they did it again with The Price of Admission. But I don't think it would have happened if the band hadn't broken up. Like, you know, like everybody got sober, everybody came back with a different approach to life. That's how you capture it twice.
It's a completely different band.
Because, you know, like we've all talked about it. A Cat in the Rain is a good album. But it did not feel like a Turnpike album.
Oh, y'all are on some bullshit. I love A Cat in the Rain. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay.
I'm a Cat in the Rain truther. I think Mean Old Sun is one of the greatest Turnpike songs.
Okay, but that you have to remember, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that was your introduction to them.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was.
Like, that was your first Turnpike album.
I saw them when they were touring that album.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas a lot of us were introduced to them during the A Long Way From Your Heart era. And so obviously when you're introduced to a band and that first album you listen to is going to be the one you're more attracted to.
Are you calling me a casual?
No, I'm just saying you got introduced at a later point in time. And there's nothing wrong with that because
He's
there's
an
no
OG
wrong.
fan.
There's not no, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, before I dig my hole deeper here.
Before we move on from Friday, let me please say that with Justin Clyde Williams, first of all, hate that I did not give his solo album without Tyler Hatley, like his own album, enough attention last year because I loved the Dick and Tammy Show. It was one of my favorite albums last year. And for some reason I just didn't fucking listen to his solo album. So weird on my part, but I was a little bummed this year not seeing Nicholas Jamerson because he to me is such an integral part of the Laurel Cove experience. Like he plays there most years, and the fact that Nick wasn't there, I was like, okay, bummer. But Justin Clyde Williams did bring Jordan Lee King, and who else did he bring up on stage? Dana, to sing Linda James. Was it Emily? Did he bring Emily up there?
Yeah, it was Emily.
Yes, he brought Emily and Jordan up to sing Linda James, and that filled my Nicholas Jamerson void being able to hear that song because, you know, obviously it's like one of the most special songs, one of the most special moments of every Laurel Cove, so that was really cool.
Sorry, real quick, keep talking. We got to discipline Amos Moses.
No, you're good. You're good. But we can go ahead and move on to Friday, if you guys want. And if we all recall, Miss Rebecca Porter opened up.
Yes.
And that was one of my favorite sets of the whole day.
Crazy good.
That was awesome. Me and Tracer were sitting there and we saw Emily Whittle talking to Philip Bowen. And I'm like, is that Philip Bowen? And Tracer's like, I think so. So we went over there to go say hi, and me and Emily are just bullshitting, and all of a sudden Rebecca's like, hey Emily, you want to come sing? And Emily didn't fucking hear, she's still talking to me. I'm like, go!
So, my interaction with Philip was amazing, because we walked over there, and right as we got there, somebody had come up to talk to him, you know, another fan, and he about to wrap up talking to this guy, and he turns to me and he goes, hey man, I'm Philip Bowen. I said, I know who you are, buddy. I said, we've had you on the podcast before. And then he's like, Western Grunt, you're from Oklahoma. What are you doing out here? I was like, oh, well, you know, got to venture out to the mountains and see what it's all about. And talked to him for a few minutes. And, of course, he's one of the greatest, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I mean, just genuinely a great human. He was like, well, I'm hoping they'll invite me back here to play next year. They invited me to come out and see what it was all about, so I'm hoping, you know, next year I'll get to play. And I was like, dude, you are one of the people that would fit this lineup extremely well.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but anywho, Rebecca Porter's set was phenomenal.
And we went down. We went down to what's it called where they play the songs in the woods.
Oh, the Moonshine Sessions.
Yeah. No, that's not what it's called. It's something Moonshine though.
Musical Moonshine. This guy
Something
named
like that.
Reeve Dalton does it.
Yeah. What's it called?
Musical Moonshine is his channel or his
Yeah.
company. I don't know. I don't really know what to call it.
Well, Emily did a set down there, and I was like fucking booking it because I didn't know where the fuck I was going. Because I always go the long way to the Creekside stage. I didn't know there was a back way. Um, and so I got there just in time. It was awesome back there. A lot of people stopped and listened. That was really cool. So that was fun.
That was a new addition, right? The little pass through Libby, the Creekside sessions.
See, I
No, we
don't.
did it
I don't
last year
remember that
too.
last year.
They did. I feel like they've done it every year, but no one,
Yeah,
I
the
feel
year
like,
before. Yeah.
really recognized it or used it that much until this year. I saw more people going that
It
way.
was really cool. Yeah, I just happened to stumble through when someone was recording, and just obviously you get the hint that everyone's standing there and being quiet. You don't walk through like an asshole. But it's really cool. I was like, I didn't expect to stumble into someone recording.
Yeah. It is. It's sick. Just walking into music anywhere you go.
Um, yeah.
But yeah, I loved Miss Rebecca. She was,
Very
I've been a big like champion of her because I think she's just so cool. But seeing her live, I was like, oh shit, she's incredible. Like, truly incredible.
I mean, I have to be honest. There's a lot of music that comes out all the time. Um, but I hadn't listened to Rebecca. Like, I've interacted with her. I've seen Bryson review her stuff. I've heard Kendall talk about her. I've heard Emily talk about her. But it's just not something that I tackled, and seeing her live like that for the first time was phenomenal.
We're looking at the Friday lineup right now, and Friday was really good. I'll say, because we
yes.
saw
Joe
how
Stam
do
was
you pronounce
fun.
his name? Dalton Kaiser.
Yes.
Okay, I like him. I like that band. They're good. Dalton Kaiser and the Downwind's good. Joe Stam was great. Colton Bolin. How do you say it?
Colton Bolin
Colton Bolin.
was
I
phenomenal.
feel like I'm saying it with too much of an accent.
Well, before we get there, I want to talk about the Brock Burton and Gracie Yates set.
Oh yeah, they were great.
That was really fun. Kendall and I had kind of wandered back down there after seeing Joe Stam.
Smoking. We were smoking.
Oh, we were hitting it hard. And Kendall was getting some permanent jewelry done,
I got a friendship bracelet too.
and they were doing. Gracie did a cover of Snake Farm,
Yeah.
and if there's one thing about being out in this area, we love Ray Wiley Hubbard, and we love Snake Farm, but we're tired of hearing covers of Snake Farm. All right, like that's Oklahoma's go-to is like, oh, let's pull out a cover.
It's probably not as common out there.
Yeah, like let's pull out a cover of Snake Farm, and so I
Every
heard.
fucking
Little
show.
joke,
I heard,
actually. I wish I could go hear a cover bar in New York do Snake Farm.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it's great, but after a while, you're like, dude, I don't need to hear your version of Snake Farm. All right.
Well, that
But
was for us. That wasn't for you. So
yeah, I know. Right?
What I said, this is a really good cover of Snake
It
Farm.
was. It was a phenomenal cover, and they're just like.
Because I was going ham. I was getting my joy. I said, Snake Farm! Just sounds nasty. Snake Farm! Pretty much is. We had time.
But like their overall vibe was just really cool. Like they just both seemed like really cool people. I don't know if they're recording together or if they were just up there together because he has solo stuff. She appears to have solo stuff, but it was just a really fun vibe between the both of them.
I got a friendship bracelet from them.
She did.
Note. Yeah, Gracie Yates
So-
is really, really cute, and she's got like a fun little social media presence, so
I
everyone
bought
should
her sticker.
go follow her.
Yeah.
yeah, Tracer, if you go to her Instagram, she's posting like multi-part little video explanation about how those two like kind of came together to perform and
Okay.
all that. So
I
yeah,
mean,
it's pretty cool little information to find.
What is it? Do you recall? What is that? What's the story? Do you know?
Go give her some social media engagement and find out for
Okay.
yourself.
Damn.
no, I mean
I can't get the clip notes.
they were
Where the
definitely
hell is
It's not my
Spark Notes? Spark Notes
it's not
when
my
you need it.
it's not my
Damn.
story to tell.
the both of them were definitely a cool vibe, and then we kind of hung out down there. Because I mean, I wanted to see the Lowdown Drifters, but I also really wanted to see Colton Bolin, have a good spot for Colton Bolin. And I've seen the Lowdown Drifters before, so I really wasn't.
I hadn't, but Tracer didn't care about me. He only cares about himself.
I asked you where you wanted to go, and you said you wanted to stay down there.
I was high.
So we stayed down there and smoked a bunch of cigarettes, drank a bunch of beer, um, and hung out with Libby and Ashton and Dana. And then
And Mr. Black Dirt Chronicles.
we met the guy from Black Dirt Chronicles, Will. I think his name's Will. That sounds
He was
about right.
very nice.
He
Very
was.
nice.
He knew who I was. Like I'd never seen him. He doesn't post a whole lot about his face. But he stopped me during Joe Stam's set and was like, "Hey man, congratulations on the engagement." And then I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then he's like, "I need to talk to you later." And then he's like, I was like, "Okay." And so I kept walking, and I was like, "I don't know why this random guy needs to talk to me later." But it was him, and he just wanted to talk about like some different social media stuff going on, and really nice guy. And then Colton Bolin would have had a great set if people would have just bothered to shut the fuck up.
Everybody wanted to fucking talk.
I don't know what it was about that set, but like that's the only set I noticed it during. Because like we all kind of like would walk to the back.
I
And
think
like
just the timing of it, because it was later in the day.
Yeah.
People are like at their peak drunk before they start calming down to get ready for like the rest of the night.
well, and that was the one thing I noticed is that like you would walk to the back, like the back of the set, and nobody would really have a problem if you're talking because you're not affecting their hearing the music. But like we were pretty close to the stage, and I was like looking around me, and I'm like, dude, if you don't shut the fuck up right now. But he did an
Maybe it was me not shutting the fuck up.
amazing Willie Nelson
Oh
impersonation.
my god, yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude,
That was so good.
If you would have put a blind person out there, they would have been convinced Willie Nelson came out on stage. I was convinced Willie Nelson was on stage, and I was watching it.
Tracer told me Willie Nelson. I was like, what? I looked up like expecting to see Willie Nelson.
I was confused. I was
I was about to have to call Nana.
I was like, Willie, is Willie Nelson like behind the trees doing this right now?
I know, and I would have felt so bad too because Nana told me how much she wants to come. I think we're gonna bring my Nana next year.
Fun.
And
I mean, she's the biggest music fan out there other than us. I mean, especially for, she didn't really grow up on any of this type of stuff. She's a hippie as fuck. So I've been introducing her to country music. She loves her some Wyatt Flores. Oh my god. She went and met Wyatt Flores at CMA Fest. This is a little off topic. And introduced herself again to him. And was like, you know my granddaughter. She's like, I'm Kendall's Nana. He said, oh my god, it's like a family reunion. Like half my family was there at this meet and greet. But I love the questions she asks artists when she meets them. She asked Wyatt Flores if he is close with his grandma. I said, well, okay, Nana. She FaceTimed me to tell me that he likes her more than me.
That's funny.
So, yeah, she's definitely coming next year.
we're bringing Nana, and then we're also bringing Nubs.
We are.
Oh, he would love it.
I will bring Brooklyn because Brooklyn wants to come.
We're bringing Nubs, and we're going to try to figure out a way to get permanent jewelry put on the nub.
That's crazy.
Yep, that is the goal for next year. You gotta set these goals in so.
Yeah,
Manifestations.
Kendall has a bunch of goals about getting Brooklyn and Nana there. I have a goal to get Nubs there and get a permanent bracelet on the nub.
Our CEO photography.
Yup.
Self-appointed.
Also with Colton Bolin, who was it, Dana? Ashton, I wish she was here to tell this because I can't remember. He opened up for someone like a year or two ago. Do you remember who she saw him open for?
Yeah, her and I saw him open for Colby A Cup in St.
Yes,
Louis.
that's who it was, Colby Acuff. And
I'm sure you're probably about to go into it. So
no, you go ahead. You were there. You go ahead.
oh, but his stage presence is just like a complete 180 from what it was then. Like that night, like me and Ashton were like kind of just snickering back and forth, giving each other looks just because how nervous he obviously was. And like it was hot in there, but he was like pouring sweat and just stumbling over his words, couldn't hold eye contact with anybody in the in the audience. A lot of stutter. Yeah, it's like just stuttering, stumbling over his words, like all that. Like it's like, oh brother, like come on, like sounded amazing. Did crazy good. Had a crazy good show. Um, did his little Merle Haggard thing where he kind of does the Merle Haggard voice and sounds really good. And so yeah, seeing his stage presence at Laurel Cove was like, I don't know. Like, I thought I was on something. Seeing him up there with that presence.
Yeah, I thought he did really, really good. Like, entertaining, actually, and like coming out of his shell a little bit, because he seems to be probably a little shy in general, not like a super gregarious personality. But yeah, I knew you guys had talked about that, and I was happy to see him cutting up a little bit.
So to not out him too much, I've approached him approached his manager 3 times about getting him on the pod. And it's been a thing where both times where he's like, he wants to do it, but he doesn't think he can talk enough to do it. And I was like, brother, he needs to just listen to one episode of when Gage and I get going and just listen to what a train wreck the episodes become. Like, he doesn't even need to talk. Like, he can just mention twice that he has an album coming out, and Gage and I will do the rest.
That's funny.
But that was a great set. And then Kendall and I wandered up to the main stage again, to the barbecue truck, and
Got our mac and cheese barbecue
a barbecue baked potato
with mac and cheese on it.
with mac and cheese on it.
And we saw Shadowgrass while insanely fucking stoned. Which is the only way you should ever see Shadowgrass.
I was on a different planet with them. Like, they were playing the train song. That shit went on for 30 minutes. And I mean, I was like, I understand this story. They didn't even sing for most of it. I was like, I understand this story though. We're on a train on a different planet right now, but yeah. While I was eating this baked potato with mac and cheese and pulled pork on it.
At one point, I turned to Tracer and go, "Is this the same song?" And he said, "I don't know. I think so."
But so that was kind of like the sober up point of the day for me, because I was like, yeah.
God, it was awesome.
I was like, we gotta get back up in the mountain, because like we drove down that day. Yeah, so I was like, it's time for me to like sober up and everything, and
Saw the crickers.
yeah, we saw the creekers after that. But the thing I wanted to say about Shadowgrass, and this comes back to what I said about John R. Miller earlier, and a lot of these artists, and it alludes to what I tweeted about last night on Twitter, was like, seeing those artists live is so much of a different vibe than recording. And I mean, we can talk about that in Red Dirt as well, but like, I would love to see Shadowgrass again. I bought one of their CDs. I've been listening to the CD.
It's been in the damn truck.
It's great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
Streaming the hell out of it. Streaming the hell out of it.
if I'd never seen them live, you would have never got me to even not even just buy the CD, but you would have never got me to listen to them, because I would listen to the first couple tracks and be like, this is not for me. And I think it's kind of the same thing with like John R. Miller, Emily Jamerson, the Creekers, a lot of these bands that like I've heard about and like I tried to listen to, that I feel like I can go back and listen to now because I've seen them live and I can see the potential of how great they can be. Whereas like recording does not capture.
It doesn't translate over as well, like as when, the same thing happened to me when I saw Silverado and William Clark Green. Like, it hit so much better in person that now I can like go and listen and be like, oh my god, I fucking love them. But before I didn't connect with it. And I think one artist that performs way better, especially lately, than what they have put out is Wyatt Flores. He is a fantastic live performer. I think he sounds incredible in person. I wish that man would take a fucking voice memo and just release it like that. Like, it's fucking crazy. His live shit is so damn good. I can't get over that.
I've had my opinion about some production on some albums from this year where the content is good songs, but I mean, it's just produced so flat.
Get back in that damn garage.
And I mean, I
I'm gonna take your budget away real quick.
like what I don't know how to explain this to like people, but you look at like a Made by These Moments album, right? And you can like watch how the music makes waves, and you can see how like the different sounds come together. Um, and then like you listen to one of these albums, and I love the band, so I'm not going to name drop them or anything, but you listen to it, and it's just like a flat line, and you get like a little bit, and then you get a little flat line, and then like every song kind of sounds the same, even though they're not the same, but it just kind of all meshes into one, and then like when you try to go and you talk about that album, you're just kind of sitting there, you're like, well, when did this song start and this song end? I mean, musically, they're just the exact same.
You know, I'm very curious if we're thinking about the same band because I listen to, and this is a band that I love, 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 and I listened to their most recent album, didn't come out that long ago. And it's funny because I had the same exact thought where I was like, man, these guys are so talented, but this all sounds the same. I was like, every song sounds the same. And I mean, I still liked it, but it wasn't like, it did not grip me the way, and they've been releasing music for like a little bit. They're not like a 1-2 album band. Like they've been releasing music for a little while. And so
I think
I'll tell-
I also know said band, so I'm going.
I'll tell you the two that have bugged me this year. But that brings me to my next thing, off topic tangent. We're building a recording studio out in the shop.
We are now offering reel-to-reel recordings.
So shout out my boy Thaddeus. Thaddeus and I love to put our brains together, spend a bunch of money, and come up with dumb plans. So I bought the reel-to-reel recorder, and he was like, "What are you gonna do with it?" And I was like, "Oh, just listen to reel-to-reel." He's like, "You should record on it." And I was like, "I'd have to buy a console." And he's like, "No, we just have to buy this, this, and this, and we can cut an album." So we're gonna build a fucking studio out in the garage, and like just old school some albums here before too long.
It's gonna be fucking sick.
I think
Friday,
that
we did party on Friday. Who stayed up Friday night a little bit longer? Anybody?
We met.
waiting on the shuttles all night
I
long.
am ashamed to admit that I missed, unfortunately, every single headliner set, and that's on me. I'm just old and I cannot hang.
We got back to camp and oh god, we're gonna talk about Kev.
That's what I was trying to get you to
Jesus.
mention.
Oh god. So we got back to camp and this guy, his name was Travis, called him Trav. He said come party with us. I said say less. So we went over there and we started drinking with them. And they kept telling us they were gonna make tacos. And they put this taco meat in a crock pot. And I'm like, you know what? It's late. I'm here for it. As long as I get some food in my stomach, maybe I'll be alright. And Kev was in charge of stirring the meat.
Kev and Trev. I think he was his, father-in-law?
Father-in-law. Kev was Trav's father-in-law. This is the important part of the story. And so, Kev falls asleep. Because Kev smoked a joint, Kev fell asleep. So, Trav keeps yelling at Kev to stir the meat. And in my mind, where I was at that point in the night on a different planet, I just kept yelling at Kev, Kev, lock in! You got a brisket on the smoker! And like every time, like Kev would like raise his arms and be like, ugh, but then he'd go right back to sleep.
He made a TikTok of it and accidentally deleted it, and it would have been peak fucking comedy.
Oh my god! Because I had the flash on, and all you see is like the flash come on, and be like, Kev, lock in! There's a brisket on the fucking smoker, my guy! And he like looks at me and he goes, we have a smoker?
That's what he said?
Yeah.
I could not decipher what he said.
It was very much of a, and I was like, dude, you gotta lock in. And then I went to like try to like show the video, and for like whatever reason, I didn't even mean to like hit it, but the video just disappeared. It was like video deleted, and I was like, no.
They spent the whole rest of the night going, Kev, Like, they were down at the fucking porta potties, him and Trev, and he was going, Kev! He kept fucking screaming, and he was so fucked up. He kept trying to show us pictures. He had a pet pig, and he was trying to show us pictures of the pig, but his phone kept locking him out, and he kept showing us the same picture on his lock screen of his wife and his baby, and being like, "Look how cute they are." I was like, it was so wholesome. Like, I had to love it. I was like, I actually admire this. But we did see the pig. We saw a picture.
Finally, after
he showed
8
us
tries.
a picture, and it was the baby standing on the porch. And in the background, in the glass door, you can see 2 cats' heads and a pig head
Cute.
staring out the door. And I'm like, I want a pet pig. Shit. But the pig is potty trained. The pig uses the litter box.
Damn. I want one too.
I know.
But we never did get tacos because Kev never would stir the meat. And apparently Kev was the only one to stir the meat because I offered to stir the meat twice. And I was told no because it's not appropriate to play with another man's meat. And I was like, well, all right.
Guess we'll just fucking
said that.
No, Trav said it to
I
me.
thought Trav was trying to stir the meat.
I don't remember.
Anyways, that was our night there.
We were all on different planets at that point in the night.
That's the only reason that I do say I love camping out there is because you meet some fucking characters. What was the hippie ass dude we met who showed up, took a hit of the joint we were smoking, then disappeared?
Wes.
He came because he smelled the weed. He took a couple of hits, disappeared. He told us he was gonna hang. He disappeared.
He like showed up and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna come hang out with you and drink a few beers," and like gets past the joint, and he takes a hit, like takes 3 hits off of it, passes to the next person, and goes. Turns around and leaves.
I never saw him leave. He just fucking disappeared. I was like, I'm trying to be like him. Yeah, that was sick.
Speaking of being stoned, for both the Creekers and who was the headliner? Evan. For both the Creekers and Evan Honer set, I was like genuinely on a different planet. Dana can attest because I like didn't come down for probably like 3 hours after we got back to the hotel. Like literally couldn't even speak. I was so high. And the moment that the Creekers brought Philip Bowen out and he and Anna did the like dual fiddle thing, I like literally thought my face was melting off. I was like, I'm stoned out of my mind right now. And this is so much. I mean, it was like perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything more. But yeah, I was absolutely blizzard and that was a little rough, but it was super sick.
Being blasted
Libby
at
was-
Concert's top 10 experience.
What, Dannikins?
Oh, no, never mind. It's nothing.
I was
I
having
think I'm
a
on a
time.
delay. I swear I start talking and then somebody, like 2 other people talk. So I don't know if I'm on a delay or what.
Yeah, your screen's a little like blurry.
You got about 3 pixels going.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
Never
having a
mind
little
me. I'll just spectate.
No, but it was sick. I love the Creekers. And you know, there's a and I mean this, I don't mean this with any ill intent at all, because I love the Creekers. I think they are so fun, they're so entertaining, and they deserve all the success that's came to them. But I'm from the county over from them, and so it is like Creeker Central back home. Like everyone loves the Creekers. It's like literally even people not involved in this scene are like super hometown proud because of the Creekers. And so there's like a teeny tiny part of me that's like, if I hear Tennessee one more time, I may lose my mark.
Hey, listen, as someone who's from Tennessee who hates the fucking song Rocky Top, I'm proud to have another anthem.
That's valid. But yeah, I do. I love them. Super proud of them and had a great time.
Woke up this morning, dazed and confused.
That's how I woke up Saturday morning. Yeah.
Miles from home.
Yeah, no, that sounds about that. That's actually right. Yeah, no, I definitely woke up.
Thursday.
Not even. I woke up every day, dazed and confused, 1,000 miles from home.
Saturday was great though. We started off Saturday with Jordan Lee King.
Yes.
Phenomenal. phenomenally
Also
said.
stoned out of my mind for him. Every time I made the comment, I was like, every time I've ever seen Jordan, which has probably been like 15 plus times at this point, I'm just stoned out of my gourd, and I feel like that's the way God intended. That's just how it has to be.
I gotta tell, he was one of the first people, as we were like we were walking back out of the festival to like go to the bathroom. And this guy comes up to us and he runs up in front of us and he's like, "Was that you guys causing the scene out there?" And we're like, "Yeah, man." And he's like, "Congratulations, I love you both." And he runs off. I'm like, "Who the fuck was that guy?" It's like later on in the day, like we're strolling on down to Creekside, and this is on Thursday, and they get like called over, and they're like, I think it was Basler, was like, "Tracer, you need to meet Jordan Lee King," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Now Jordan Lee King's like, "Oh, I've met him. Yeah, I congratulated him earlier."
I'm the one who told you.
And I was like, "Oh, you were the one who told me it was Jordan Lee King?"
Yes, I said that was Jordan Lee King.
Oh,
and
and I was
I
like,
finally got my fucking comeback from when I didn't recognize Cody Jinks, so I felt good. I was like, yes! Finally, I get to be the one. I get to be the one to tell you who someone is.
Listen, you know, I'm gonna let you have it, and I mean no disrespect to Jordan Lee King when I say this, but Cody Jinks was fucking headlining that festival that night, and is arguably one of the biggest names in Texas country right now. Jordan Lee King,
He looks like every other guy with a beard.
Jordan Lee King, you're a phenomenal dude. You look like every other Appalachian.
I feel like he has a pretty distinct look about him.
You know who Cody Jinks? I could get Cody Jinks mixed up with Isaac Gibson if they were both wearing sunglasses. And they were from far away, so I couldn't see the height difference.
No, I guess what really got me is that he said, "Hey, good morning, y'all. How are you doing?" And Kendall just like keeps walking, and I was like, "All right, good morning. We're doing good." I'm like, just not gonna acknowledge him. How do you care?
I'm too cool for you, Cody Jinks.
That's funny.
Love Cody.
But yeah, Jordan Lee King started it off with a fucking heater.
That was amazing.
So fun. So proud of
see
him.
Jordan.
You can look at Brad Luttrell's lineup I have laid out for us to look at. To
Appreciate
see
that.
else. Everybody that performed. Yeah, thank you, Brad. I'm so glad you know how to use Excel spreadsheets or whatever it is.
Better than Laurel Cove.
Better than what I can do on Excel.
Better than whatever the fuck Cove put out. I was so lost by that first initial,
Yeah,
like...
I had to make my own, too, because I
was like...
I look at their lineup, I'm like, my brain, like,
What?
pops out of my ears, bouncing back.
It reminds me of, do you guys remember, like, in high school when you would screenshot your schedule and make it your lock screen to, like, find your way around? That's what it reminds me of. Being like, okay, I gotta go to room 205 at 8:15.
Realizing you have 5 minutes to get there. You're running.
And speaking of that, why the fuck in high school were they giving you 5 minutes between classes to book it down multiple flights of stairs across hallways, and you were supposed to pee in that time
Yeah, and then
too?
they get mad if you have to go to the bathroom.
Like, baby, I was trying to go to the bathroom and hit the car. I don't have time for this. I was trying to be in the big stall, like.
So, I come from a high school that was separate buildings.
Yeah.
So, a lot of my teachers just didn't give a fuck as long as you were there in the first, like, 5 minutes.
Trailers?
No.
My
So, like,
sister's school was trailers after the tornado hit.
So, you have, like, the main building, right? And then the JUCO gave classrooms to the high school to do ag and shop and stuff in.
You know his ass was running to ag. FFA president, baby.
Winded getting there.
Love.
And then any of your business classes, for some fucking reason, were over at the middle school.
I don't know. You should have been like me. When I was in high school, I had dual enrollment at a culinary school on Fridays. And we would tell them that we got fucking stuck in traffic, and we would go to Chuck E. Cheese after class and show up to school 2 hours late. And they believed it because we were taking our classes in Nashville. So we would have to drive through Nashville traffic, and they believed it every time. No, baby, we were at Chuck E. Cheese.
I think the most unbelievable part about the entire story was the fact that you thought that I was going to do dual enrollment. They didn't even expect me to go to college. I was supposed to just go straight to work for my dad after I graduated.
Okay. You were barely doing enrollment.
Yeah. White senior year, out of my 8 classes in a day, 5 of them were ag.
That sounds like my senior year with culinary. So I can't talk too much shit.
So-
But let's get back on topic. Jesus Christ. Me and Tracer, we just are constantly getting off topic. Leon was next up on the main stage.
Super fun, super nice guy.
That was great.
I hope that he got his payment for the poster.
My only thing, John and I kind of sat back at the tree line during Leon, and it seemed like they had it corrected about halfway through the set. Like his mic was tuned real low from the back, but about halfway through, it seemed like they had pulled him up to where he needed to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he's very loud.
No, he's got a very,
You know what I mean?
very like a baritone, the grovel
Yeah.
comes through. Yeah, so they had to get him up higher, but it was very seamless. It didn't seem like they had it wasn't a tech issue or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
had,
thought the same thing watching him.
His voice is
Johnny
like
working
butter.
merch for him.
Like,
No, he was singing merch for Joe Stam.
Oh, I thought it was... No, it was Leon.
No, it was Joe Stam. He was the one that came and got me because Leon was up there signing posters, but he did merch for Joe Stam.
But John,
Johnny Coltrane.
he did merch for Joe Stam.
Okay, you're right. I'm
Because you-
getting my days confused because I was drunk at this point because fuck everyone. Actually, I have to say this, fuck every single person at this damn festival because they gave me fucking Malort. and a fucking, it was in one of those, you know, the fruit ice water.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, drink this. I was like, fuck yes, we're gonna have some moonshine. Because the night prior, we were at our campsite, and I had the best moonshine from this random old man. So good.
Raspberry moonshine.
Yeah, it was fucking delicious. It had, like, the raspberries muddled in and everything, whatever. I was like, ooh, more moonshine, yum. I took a big-ass swig. When I say, like, swig, I probably took 2.5, 3 shots worth of a swig. And I swallowed.
what even is
And-
Malort?
It went down my throat, and it felt like piss mixed with gasoline burning me, and just it left the most. It wasn't that bad at first, but then the aftertaste was fucking horrible, and I couldn't get it out of my mouth, and my stomach hurt so bad.
Shout out my boy Red Twerk.
Red Twerk.
Passing out the Malort. It's like a spiced, like similar. Have you ever had like Captain Morgan's?
Oh god,
Not
I've had
similar to
a bad night
Captain
on
Morgan's.
Captain Morgan. So
Any,
no.
like Captain Morgan vibes. Like it's like a
Malort-
spiced liqueur type.
Malort,
vibe.
Malort tastes like piss mixed with gas.
No. Let me describe it to you, Tina. Tina, it's fine. Imagine like a spiced rum, right?
That someone pissed in and let it sit in the sun.
No. That somebody cut with some Kentucky Deluxe, and then added like some oregano to
It's a piss.
to try to like change up those flavors.
I'm sorry, it does have a piss taste.
Why do you know what piss tastes like?
Well, I just assume.
Okay, there we go.
But like, it was also kind of warm, so that didn't help. And it was yellow, so it was but it was disgusting, fucking disgusting. I could not get the taste out of my mouth. I was down for the count for the entire night after that. I had to lay down on the rocks and take a nap. It was rough for me. It was so bad. And then I posted on Twitter, I said, whoever gave me Malort, hell awaits. Red Twerk freaking reposted it on his Instagram. He reposted my fucking tweet.
No, so what's funny was like Brooklyn was like, who would give you Malort at Laurel Cove? It's like
Someone-
Twitter, and
who's running
tagged-
Malort?
I tagged Jeff and
Fucking big Malort out here.
and Brooklyn was like, honestly, this is the only answer that makes sense. And I was like, yeah.
Well, and the funniest part about it is, like, no shit, Kenny, you were like the third person that came up to me the next day and was like, Red Twerk's handing out Malort, and it kicked my ass. And I was like, that's not the first time I've heard this
He
today.
got a lot of people with that fucking Malort. I was pissed. Tracer was egging him on too to give it to me. I was pissed.
Well, he got me
But
going.
you didn't take as big of a swallow as I did.
He got me going to the porta potty Like, he came up, I was like getting ready to go to the porta potty, and he's like, hey man, need a drink? And I was like, oh, sure, brother. And like, I stepped in and I was like, you know.
I kept throwing up in my mouth all day, and I'm usually not dramatic about liquor. Like, I can drink a lot of fucking nasty liquor, according to people. Like, I love Rumplements. And people are like, oh, Rumplements. And so I was like, whatever, I'm not being dramatic. It was the worst fucking thing I've ever put in my mouth.
So moving on from the Malort saga, did we make it down from Rich?
We didn't make it down to the creek side at all because that was after the Malort.
Yeah, we never did make it down.
We did not make it down to the creek side on Saturday because I was out.
I felt bad for missing Rich, but Kendall was out, and then I was also just like, hey, I gotta get up and drive 14 hours home tomorrow.
Tracer was sleeping under the tree too.
I took some bomb ass naps under that tree.
I feel like
It was a
everyone
super good
lost
scene.
steam Saturday afternoon. Like,
I-
we walked up to where we were parked to hang out a while, and like everyone is in the cars with their AC on. Like, there was like a mass like nap time across Laurel Cove on Saturday.
And I told Kendall, and this is just like me not understanding, but next year, like, we might like road dog it all the way through the night to get there again, but we're gonna stop like in Indiana and sleep Sunday.
We barely even went through Indiana, Missouri.
Was your guys'
We're gonna stop
trip
from-
back harder for you, like mentally and physically? Because our trip back, like, was really bad. Our trip there was like a dream. Like, we were so excited, and the trip back was like, I feel like I'm in war.
I don't know. Neither of the trips were really that bad. Until the end of our trip when I got pissed at Tracer.
That happens.
And I was hangry.
You're gonna
And
have
I was
that
like,
when we
I was like,
cross.
we should stop and get Taco Bell. And he was like, I'll get you something.
Wrong answer.
No.
Yeah.
Could have got a
Found that out the
sympathy
hard
taco.
way.
What's wrong with you?
No.
I
So
said I don't want to fucking eat alone.
So I will say, like that night driving down there, Kendall fell asleep about 1 o'clock in the morning, and
I fell
so
asleep earlier than that. I fell asleep at 10:30.
yeah, well, she fell asleep, and so it was just like me in the road, me in the highway.
Listening to
as,
Kill Tony.
as much as I'd love to tell you I was locked in listening to nothing but like Rattlesnake Milk or some shit, I put on Kill Tony and just had the best time.
I woke up, Mr. Giggle Shits over here, keep waking me up with him laughing. He'll be like, "Arr!"
And she'd be like, it wasn't that funny. And I'd be like, I don't know. I find when they're bombing to be hilarious. Because,
it gives
like-
me such bad secondhand embarrassment. I can't.
Because,
do it.
like, everybody that's bombing has so much confidence while bombing. And it's
the
like,
one guy who was like, I thought I did good.
he's like, I thought it was good. Tony's like, that's one of the worst sets we've ever had. So I listened to a lot of Kill Tony on the way down there.
On the way back, we watched Love Island.
We did watch a lot of Love Island on the way back.
I'm still blind.
I will say that going down there, I never got like road fatigue. But coming back, we hit Springfield,
Highway hypnosis.
and I would have rather done anything than been driving at that moment.
And Springfield's not that far from us either.
It's like it's a 2-hour drive to Springfield.
Yeah, we hit
Like
it,
that's
like Ohio, and I had like a mental breakdown. I'm like, nothing's
Yeah.
wrong. I can't stop crying. Like, John's like,
Me too,
taking a
Tina.
nap. I'm like, I can't sleep in the car.
That's what happens in Ohio, girl.
that's the normal Ohio experience. What are you talking
True.
about? No,
Everyone, like I said, everyone in Ohio kind of just looks like that.
but that was definitely like
No
What the
offense
fuck are you
to
talking about?
You know what I mean.
I don't know what
Not
the fuck you
you.
mean.
Not you,
You just said everybody in
everybody
Ohio.
else.
Not everybody, but a lot of people in Ohio look like they're from Ohio.
does Dana
You
look
look
like
like
he's
you're
from
from
Ohio?
Ohio.
No, I would say I would probably guess he was from Kentucky.
No, yeah, I mean, I guess. Or Indiana.
Yeah, you don't give Ohio vibes. But I went
Don't
to Kings.
push. Do not
Listen.
put the Indiana evil on me, Tracer. What
I
the
went to
fuck?
Kings Island. I went to Kings Island last year, and I was like, damn. Everybody here kind of just looks like that.
That's funny.
And it was the strangest observation. I can't describe it. It's almost like kind of Reddit moddy.
Jesus. All right, let's get this day finished up real quick. So
I think it's a very specific section of Ohio, the Kings Island area.
Rich Henderson played Creekside Stage. I'm gonna say he did a good job. I was not down there. I'm really sorry, Rich.
Shout
I
out
love
Rich.
you.
Shout out young Ethan.
He brought his family up on stage. I did hear that.
Very cute.
So and then we ran into Jason Scott in the high heat.
Shout out Oklahoma, baby. Shout out Red Dirt.
Great set.
He said, we're from Oklahoma. You can just hear me and Tracer. Let's go!
The rest, as Tina said, why is nobody immersing themselves in my culture?
I just lived in a loop in my head every time I thought about the set. I was just thinking about how heartbroken you were. The only one standing
We
up
should
living
bring
it.
all of them out for Boys from Oklahoma. And they'll
Yes,
get it. They'll
yes.
get it.
Like I gotta convince everybody to be like, brother, I love your music so much, but you need to come to my heartland and experience Brahms cheeseburgers and Coors Light while Ragweed plays, and you'll understand my
No,
culture.
Kentucky. They don't have Coors Light there.
They do.
In Kentucky?
It tastes.
I was being sarcastic.
No, I was like,
tastes
we got it.
It tastes better the closer you get to the Rockies.
That's true. Honestly, my favorite part of both Shadowgrass and Jason Scott was watching you guys because you were having such a good time.
Tracer, okay, so I love to dance, and whenever Tracer's with me, I will make him dance with me. And I was making him dance with. We're both up there like at Shadowgrass.
It was so fun. I loved that bed.
It was great.
Not a dancer, but Shadowgrass. I was tempted. I saw you guys living your best life. I'm like, oh
It's
man.
so fun. I can't dance for shit.
I
But it's
got it
fun.
running through my soul. I'm about to get up.
S.G. Goodman.
No,
Oh.
Libby needs to talk about laid back country picker.
Oh my god. First of all, Tracer, well, everyone, but Tracer specifically because I feel like you would really appreciate him. He is like a Kentucky, like deep in the Kentucky music lore.
He's a legend.
He's a legend. He taught in Lawrence County, Kentucky, which is where Tyler Childers is from. And Tyler Childers had him as a teacher, and he also like mentored him music-wise. And it's so funny because he is like such a persona and just looks so ridiculous. And his wife, Honey, that plays the drums for him, she wears the rollers, and she's got like, they just have this big persona, but they're very talented and they're very funny, and they've got this like super niche cult following and like are super ingrained. I mean, there's videos of Tyler Childers and Laid Back Country Picker in the green room at the Burl back when it was like big beard, long hair, heavily drinking Tyler Childers, like writing music and just he's very cool, and he's kind of like underrated and underappreciated in my opinion.
He's like
Put on a
Ray
super
Wiley
fun.
Hubbard.
Just thinking, it's like Kentucky's Ray Wiley Hubbard. I love it.
Yeah.
Next year we're doing a combo set: Ray Wiley Hubbard and laid back country picker.
And they would get along perfectly. They would have a blast. So
We're gonna have them on opposite sides of the stage. Ray Wiley's gonna be on one side singing "Screw You, We're from Texas," and laid back country picker's gonna be doing his own version of "Screw You, We're from Kentucky," and they're just gonna be like dueling.
it's so funny. Yeah, he was a blast. He like got down in the crowd and was like shredding, and everyone's like headbanging. Dylan Irvin was definitely like a headbanging. It's
How has
so
that motherfucker not come up so far in this episode?
yeah, honestly.
Dear God, I got a call from him Monday morning because I commented on his post on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, brother, I'm gonna be out at Laurel Cove." And I get this call, and I answer it. And for anybody that knows me, I do not answer calls when I'm in customers' homes or while I'm at work. Like if I answer a call,
Unless it's me.
if I answer a call from you, you are a very important person to me.
He answers my calls.
And I'm standing in a customer's home at 9:30 in the fucking morning on Monday. And this photo pops up that Dylan Irvin has set on my phone. It says Dylan Irvin. And so I answer it. And Dylan just goes, "Hey man, I'm going to send you my location." I said, "Okay." He said, "I may need a ride to Laurel Cove." I was like, "What do you mean you may need a ride?" And he's like, "Well, I'm stuck out here in Missouri currently." And I was like, "Dylan, I drive a single cab pickup. And he's like, well, there's only one of you. And I was like, oh shit, Dylan's been in Australia the whole time I've known Kendall. Like, I have to, this conversation, tell Dylan I've got my life together finally. Met a girl, moved a girl in, bought a house, about to marry her. And so I was like, well, there's a lot you don't know. And he goes, I don't have time for this. I'll let you know if I need a ride, and hangs up on me. And so I shoot Kendall this text that says, hey, we may be rolling 3 deep to Laurel Cove.
But he made it.
Gagey baby just text me.
Also, speaking of Dylan Irvin, I did not know he had the whole traveling to every continent thing going on. Like, I
It's
think
new.
He needs a
It's
YouTube
new.
channel.
Well, I don't remember if I added him on Facebook or he added me, but I thought he was just like a red dirt guy, knew you all, lived out there. That's what I thought, and I never like looked into him any further. I was like, oh, I have mutual friends on the tape deck, so like I'll add him. And then I got there and found all that out, and I was like, I did not know this about this man, but that's definitely interesting.
So the first time I ever met Dylan Irvin was back in 2024. I got a text message from Jake Ingle. Shout out Jake Ingle. With just an address saying come here tonight. And it was in like fuck ass some small town in Oklahoma. And so I went and we saw Casey West, 2 other artists, and Emily Hollingshed just play in a pasture. Really cool. And this guy walks up to me and he said, my name's Dylan. I said, hey man, nice to meet you. He said, can I have your phone for a second? I was like, what do you need my phone for? And he's like, mine's dead, but I need to call somebody. And me being naive, I gave Dylan my phone. Dylan changed my Facebook profile picture to a picture of him. And that was my introduction to Dylan.
That's funny.
The next time I met Dylan was 2 months later. And we were getting ready, we were at a Copan Garage event. And we were making a beer run. And I said, hey man, you need anything? He said, will you get me a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper? I said, sure. I didn't know that he'd convinced pretty much everybody that was making a beer store run to get him a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. He ended up with 8 12-packs of Dr. Pepper that he did not pay any of us for. You know, I'd buy him Dr. Pepper again. I love the lore. I love the Dylan Irvin lore.
I love that these
Yeah, he definitely
in real life.
he was interesting. He definitely made a big splash at Laurel Cove. Everyone knew him, and they were doing a little, speaking of the local paper, talking about people. They did a little thing for him, and I thought that was kind of fun. But yeah, hitchhiking to Laurel Cove is definitely something interesting.
You know, I was really excited for Evan Honer, and we didn't get to stay for the whole set because we were fucking beat. And I wish I could have. But I mean, I love Evan Honer. I really do. And I would have loved to see him again, but it just wasn't in the cards that night. I saw a little bit and we walked out and he was playing, fuck, what was he playing? I don't even remember.
All I know about the Evan Honer set is at the Creekside stage, the Burl Brew beer tent was giving away.
Look, Dana's already smiling.
Was giving away free beer because they were closing down and they had beer.
We should have fucking went down there. We should have went down there. I could have poured it into my purse or something. Like we could have figured it out.
Well, Dana and Ashton are fucked up. And I am, once again, as I was the night previous, the same time, just obliterated. I mean, I was so, like, barely functioning. I was so stoned. And the whole time, and I, like, can't communicate this, but in my head the whole time, I was like, they're fucked up, I'm fucked up, but I'm high, so of course I'm gonna be the one that has to, like, get this party together.
We were trying to say, we were waiting on you guys to come back so we could say bye and give y'all hugs.
I had to call it, Libby. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But, like,
okay.
there was a moment that came, and it hit me, like, during SG Goodman, and we just kind of hung around after
Sophie
that.
was like, yeah, they're fucked up down there.
Yeah, and it was like, I wanted to say goodbye to you guys so bad, but at the same time, I was like, I drive 14 hours tomorrow.
No, I don't blame you whatsoever.
And so, because of this is why I've, like, told Kendall, I was like, I don't care. Like, I'll drive 14 hours through the night to get there again. That's no big deal. I mean, 3 Ghost Energies and a bunch of Kill Tony podcasts, I can get down there. Coming back, I want to be able to stay, like, late and not be on a time crunch coming back.
We gotta take Monday off.
Yeah.
We gotta take Monday
Because
off.
I would
oh my god.
I would much
draining.
rather, like, stop somewhere in Missouri, get a cheap hotel room, order the greasiest pizza possible, and just relax.
And I come in fucking Monday to work, dude, and I have like 50 fucking invoice sheets on my desk, and I'm like, ah!
I was also struggling.
So, speaking of coming into work to a shit show, 3/4 tons broke down because I hit a deer in it. No, excuse me. The deer did not look both ways before he crossed the road, and I struck him. No, I struck him. And that is what, I mean, for
That's what the insurance claim says.
on the actual insurance claim, the adjuster wrote, driver said, deer did not look both ways before cross road. And I was like, do you know how much you have to hate your job to type what I told you out? But yes,
Tracer was not taking fault for that accident.
yes, that is on the report that driver
It's like, I
claimed
just
deer did
don't
not
care
look both
anymore.
ways.
One more accident, and they were about to kick his ass off the insurance. He was not taking responsibility.
But anyways, I come back home to that truck still broke down because it's in the shop being
Yep.
fixed.
Yep.
My dad's truck broke down
Yep. In our driveway.
in our driveway. My mom's truck, which broke down on us that day.
What?
Yeah. Remember I tweeted out something. And I was like, serpentine belt just broke. It was not. Fun fact: it was not the serpentine belt. It just smelled like the serpentine belt
The coolant was leaking?
because she went and got an oil change 2 weeks ago, and they didn't put the cap back on the coolant.
We'll do it.
So the truck was overheating itself. So put more coolant in there, and the truck runs fine now. My dad's truck, I had to get a new fuel pump, and I had to haul him 5 miles through Coffeyville to get into the auto repair shop. And shout out our lovely neighbors. They're old. They've lived here since the 1950s. They're great people. Can't say anything about them. But he was trying to cross the road as I was trying to pull my dad. And so, like, you know, when you're, like, hauling somebody, the truck did not have brakes because the truck could not be started. So the brakes were not working. So my dad rear-ended my truck because Clyde would not get out of the road. And Clyde was trying to get out of the road.
He's
and,
just so slow and old.
Clyde's defense, he was trying to get out of the road, but him and that damn old dog just could not get out the fucking
Man,
road.
he's so sweet. I was like, don't be mean to him because he's the cutest little old man.
I
It's
hope
something
to-
about he's the type of old man that you would see eating alone at a Cracker Barrel and start crying. Like he's the sweetest, cutest old man, and it just really, I was like, please don't be mean to him.
I hopped out of the truck because the chain popped off my dad's truck when he rear-ended me. And I was so ready to, like, yell. And he came walking up and he goes, doesn't look like you're having a very good day.
Thank God. Thanks.
I said, I just looked at him and was like, it's been a rough one. He said, it'll get better. You just gotta believe. And I was like, I can't even be mad at this old man right now.
That's funny. No, but yeah, the end. Saturday was a lot of fun.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about Cole Chaney. You guys didn't
Oh
go.
shit.
That's why.
Kendall said she didn't feel good. I hit a wall bad.
Yeah.
I just could not. Kendall kept telling me that go down there. Number one, I wasn't going to go down there without her. But number two, I just could not will myself down there.
Well, shout out to Dana for staking out a super good spot
Yeah, I
for
was
the cold
feeling
chain
it
set.
too, and then we got down there and Amy walked us into where Dana held down the fort, and I was like, wow, this is fucking awesome. Thank you, Dana.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're welcome. I had to miss SG Goodman for that, and I
I'm
And
sorry.
SG Goodman was so good.
She
Tracer
was
was in the
was in
phenomenal.
porta
emotional turmoil the entire every second that I was standing down
Tracer was
there.
in the
But
porta potty while she was singing Peppers.
I was like,
I was like, get out of the porta potty!
I was like running back to my seat just like to hear her play Pepper, you know.
I bought
Or
me my
Pepper.
first camo
Jesus.
hat, you guys. I'm so
I said
excited.
fucking Peppers like it's the Lana Del Rey song. Oh my god, I wish. Hands on your knees, I'm Angelina Jolie. Hands on my knees, Angelina Jolie. Okay, y'all don't know that song.
That's not what Pepper sounds like.
No, I was especially looking forward to hearing "In the Shadow of the Mountain" because I knew it was going to be dark and quiet, and you're surrounded by woods, and it's like the intimate setting. You know, I knew going into it, I was like, "This is going to be so fucking sick," and it was. It was so fucking sick.
The energy in that whole set was just crazy. Like, I'm an OG rock kid, as Libby knows, so, like, just that, like, just dirty, tense, just grimy, grungy energy was just, I was feeling it, man.
It was so good, so good. And he's another artist that just like, in my opinion, as someone who's like he's been in the Kentucky scene for a while and he has a sound that's evolved, and I think he as an artist and his stage presence, I think it just is it's only getting better and better, and super stoked on what he's gonna do because I don't know, there's some artists out there where they change their sound and sometimes it lands and sometimes it doesn't, but Cole Chaney's evolution has definitely landed super
Now,
well.
Libby, have you ever heard the story about the night that I met Cole Chaney?
Was it a very awkward interaction?
Very much so, yes.
I think so.
Yes.
So, Colton
Uh,
and Tracy? No, I don't believe it.
He was terrible. This was, and mind you, this
too. So
this was like the antisocial era that I used to be in, where I was like, please don't talk to me. But seeing him on stage years ago with not Wes Barlow, Wesley Hall, the fiddle player for Flatland Cavalry, to what he produces now is night and day. I love both of it. Give me both of it. Give me the like the bluegrassy mountain sound, and then give me the Appalachian grunge or whatever you want to call what he's doing now. I'm here for it, man.
yeah, at first I will say I love Mercy, and it's such a like revered Appalachian album, and because there was such a large gap in between his new album and Mercy, I can't lie, whenever it first dropped, I was like, would I have loved Mercy 2.0? Yeah, of course I would have. But after seeing this set especially, I was like, no, totally satisfied with what he has going on.
Absolutely. Well, I think now is as good a time as any to start wrapping this episode up. Libby, favorite moment of the weekend, and if you have any rants, give it to us.
Oh, favorite moment of the weekend? I don't know. There were multiple moments, and I tend to do this often, especially when I'm with Dana and Ashton at like any live music, but there will just be certain times where the music hits me a certain way and my company hits me a certain way, and I just cry because I'm like so happy and so overcome with emotion, and that always happens at Laurel Cove multiple times. It happened during Jordan's set, it happened during Clyde's set, and I don't know that I can pick a favorite moment. and also your all's engagement, everyone being there and everyone like celebrating. I was like, oh man, this is so special. So I'm just, it means Laurel Cove means so much to me for so many different reasons, but having all of you guys come to my home and share that with me, I mean, it's like indescribable how it makes me feel. So the best weekend of the whole year. So can't pick a
Absolutely.
favorite moment.
I'm very excited to come back. As I tweeted about, and I hope my tweet was well received by everybody and understood what I was trying to say.
Absolutely.
Was that yeah, man? I finally understand, and I've had these conversations with Libby multiple times. But I finally understand what everybody was talking about. And when I'm in the mountains, give me that mountain music. When I'm at,
And I,
go ahead.
well, we have talked about this at length before, and I just, and anyone listening to this, sorry, I'm just gonna say how I feel. It really rubs me, and I know Kentuckians have a lot of pride. No one loves Kentucky like Kentucky. I'm guilty of that. But it really rubs me the wrong way when people like to shit on red dirt because I'm like, the regional pride that I feel and you feel is exactly what they feel. And who are we to be like, oh, well, this is better? Like, you're not from fucking Oklahoma, so how do you know, you know? So I like that you tweeted that because I'm like, yeah, this is how we should all feel about it.
I will love to come up in the mountains and smoke a joint with you and listen to Shadowgrass as much as you'll have me. And when you come down to Oklahoma, I'll take you to Brahms and buy you a bag of burgers and give you a Coors Light and we'll listen to Ragweed.
Love.
Um, Dana, I gotta know down there at the creek side, the Burl Brewing Company. What was the best beer?
Well, I had
The free ones. Got it. Got it.
well,
Good call,
yeah,
buddy.
yeah, the free ones at the end, they were pretty good. Um, man, honestly, I only had most of what I had was the light lager, the Laurel Cove lager. I had one I had one IPA and one of the darker lager, and I really couldn't tell you what I remember about those ones. Um, because I had a lot of the light lager. It was all good though, all good, 10 out of
I
10. Would
that
accept free beer from them again.
that Mexican amber ale that they were promoting was
That
phenomenal.
yeah, yeah,
If they
it
would
was
have
good.
just given me a lime wedge to float in it, I would have been telling you this best beer. But did you have a favorite moment of the weekend?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I can think of 3. 1, finally got to meet my boy Tracer. Uh, 2,
Woohoo!
chugging free beers with Ashton down by Creekside while Evan's set started. And, the 3rd one, probably, I had this old lady come up to me, I think it was Friday. I think it was Friday, and she couldn't smoke weed anymore because of some health condition, but she walked up to me as I was smoking a joint and, was real polite, was like, "Hey, can you just blow that in my face?" And I was like, "O okay," and then she, like, pulled me down because she's real short, she pulled me down and, like, explained that she had a health condition and, like, her lungs couldn't, like, take her
Ooh, get
actually
this lady
smoking
an
it, but
edible.
she missed getting high. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll blow it in your face." So I blew it in her face, and then I, like, kept her in conversation for a little bit, blew in her face again, a little more conversation. Before she went away, I gave her a 3rd, round of smoke in her face, and then she came up to me, later that day, like, on the verge of tears, was like, "That was just so sweet."
She
And
loved you. She was like from Canada or something. She was
Oh my
eating.
god,
yeah,
she talked to us too!
Wait, that was the
yeah,
Canadian lady? She was the one that talked to us about the Lazy River float
No, it
festival.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. The Canadian woman's the one we ran into at the front when we were signing our names who said congrats on our engagement.
She had
Oh,
like
okay.
red curly hair, older.
Uh huh.
I don't remember that part of that. Anyways, Tina,
Oh,
best food of the weekend. What's your favorite moment?
best food?
Hillbilly egg rolls. Thank you so
I
much.
did not get the egg
Um,
rolls, but I did get a pulled pork potato, and I was all about that. The pork was real smoky, which is all you can ask for out of a pulled pork, so kudos to
oh
them.
yeah.
A little sad I did not try the mac and cheese because I waited till Saturday and they were completely out of that. But that looked banging when you guys had it on Friday.
Delicious. The perfect complement to Shadowgrass while being so fucking stoned. I don't think I've ever been that high before. Um, yeah, but anyways, go on, Tina. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Favorite moment of the weekend. I mean, I have multiple. I think just being with you guys was just, it's always a good time. I mean, there was at least 12 people that I ran into that I just, you talk to these people online all year and then you get to see them like once and it's awesome. Um, and then getting to introduce John to everybody as well. I talk about these people like I
They exist, I
like you've been
swear.
lifelong friends of mine that we just all go way back, and he's like trying to keep you guys straight, and then he sees faces. He's like, "Okay, I get it now." So it was really nice that you guys all got to meet him finally. I get to meet.
I'm a big fan of John. Love him.
You do
It
love
was,
John.
I will
it was
say
like when
he confidently calls himself the better half of the relationship now when it comes to meeting you guys.
John caused the proposal. Like, John doesn't understand what an important part he played in that when he said, I don't know, somebody do some cool
like
shit.
60 seconds, and you guys like hit it off immediately.
Yeah.
So that was-
I mean, listen, as like Dana, I mean, I feel like Dana's the same way. We're just like guys, you know? Like, you give us 15 minutes with, like, or not even 15 minutes, you give us long enough to drink a beer with somebody, we're gonna be convincing them to either start a recording studio, do some other dumb shit, or be so involved in a heated sports argument that we're gonna hate each other but love each other at the same time. It's kind of like with Jake Engel and I. Like, Jake's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan,
the words.
and I fucking hate that guy for it. But if that man ever needed anything from me, I'm gonna make him say the Dallas Cowboys are the greatest team of all time.
No, brother.
But then I will give it to him. You know what I'm
What
saying?
rivalry to have. Also, how does someone from out there end up a fucking Birds fan? That's ridiculous.
It's true.
Jake's from Illinois. I don't know how you ended up a fucking Chicago Bears fan.
Funny.
No, I mean, I would like to continue to make this a tradition as we've kind of started in the last 2-3 years. So, and I'm all for getting an Airbnb next year if we want to go in on that.
Please.
Yeah,
Oh
that'd
my
be
god,
fun.
please.
Because
No, I'm trying to stay at the Econo Lodge with Red Twerk and drink Malort.
He's got it going on at the Econo Lodge, that's for
the
sure.
Quality Inn in Barberville, I will say, that is a nice stay if you are. I'm going to plug them unofficially because they also let me check in at 11 o'clock and sleep when I got there, so.
Uh,
I'm gonna stay wherever the party's at.
Mhm.
It's gonna be at our Airbnb.
So are Libby and Ashton, but they're gonna sleep through the party.
Look,
hey,
Once
Try
Libby's
it.
snoring, it's
next year,
fun.
Dana, next year we'll get an Airbnb and we'll party all night while the girls sleep. It's cool.
Next year, even if I have to drive separate from them, I am driving down
Well,
with
then,
my own
at least if
vehicle,
you drive
so I
separate,
have
you'll get
freedom.
breakfast.
I get breakfast. I can go to house parties in the late hours of the night.
I told
Great.
you to do whatever you want with my little Corolla. You can take
Dude,
it.
I'm not pulling up
Rolling up in
anywhere.
Libby's Corolla.
Not too much of my
The
Corolla.
Toyota Corolla.
Not too much of my Corolla.
Parked on the road and walk up.
For what?
I will say this, Libby. If I really wanted it bad enough, I'd have just walked instead of taking your car. And I
Yeah,
didn't
well,
want to walk.
Jordan's not that far from the Econo Lodge, so you probably could have.
All right. Kendall. Favorite drink of the weekend?
That's not nice.
Favorite moment of the weekend?
We know it
There is
before
a
us.
correct answer for this question.
My favorite drink of the weekend was the raspberry moonshine from the old man.
Really was hoping you were going to say Malort, but
It's not fucking Malort. I thought about it, but it's not fucking Malort. Favorite moment has to be getting to see Libby again. No. I mean, yes, that's my second. When you proposed to me, and
was so
a very close second is seeing Libby again.
And I had, first of all, dreamed about sharing a joint with Kenny for at least 3 months before Laurel Cove. One of my favorite things ever. But no, getting to see everyone is just, is so good. And people that like appreciate music the way we all appreciate music, you don't find that often. I mean, at Laurel Cove you do, but like not day to day. So
In society.
yeah.
So,
Sorry.
not to plug the Battle of the Bands, June 20th, 2026, at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort again. But Reagan Carter, one of our contestants for June 20th, texted me Monday morning, and he was like, "Hey man, wanted to say congratulations on the engagement." I said, "Thank you." And he said, "I want to know what Laurel Cove was like." And I was like, "Man, I've never seen a festival like that before, where people actually cared about the music."
And you never will.
And Reagan, being a red dirt guy like myself, he's like, "Dude, I get what you're saying." He's like, "We love Calf Ride, we love Born and Raised." He's like, "But a lot of times, a lot of those people just come out there to party and they don't give a shit about the music." And I was like, "Yeah, you don't get that at Laurel Cove. You get people caring about the music and
And of
caring
course,
about the
they
artist."
do like to party, but
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'm not
music
saying
comes first.
I'm not saying that.
The music comes first.
So that being said, make sure you're there June 20th, 2026, Buffalo Run
We're
Casino
trying
and
to build our
Resort.
own little thing on here.
Yeah, if you were at Laurel Cove this weekend and you make it out to this Battle of the Bands, I will let you in for free.
I'll give you a
I'll
kiss
be there.
on the forehead.
I will buy you
Double
your
the
first
drive
drink.
time.
Will you pay for my flight there?
I will not. I will buy you a single beer, and that's it.
Oh my
Driving
gosh.
26 hours straight.
These pockets are not deep.
No. But anyways,
Apologies.
I'm gonna open up the
Did you
floor.
ask Libby the questions?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I've given everybody a different question. As this was my first time at Laurel Cove, coming from the Red Dirt area, never been out to Kentucky before, outside of the 45 minutes that I'm tortured with driving through when Kendall and I go back home to Nashville. I want to open the floor up to answer y'all's questions real quick about what my favorite parts of the weekend were.
Yeah, I would love to know. Have you ever been to Kentucky and like
I
spent
don't care.
time in Kentucky before?
Um,
Not all I can handle. Hope y'all are happy.
Goodness.
to answer your question, Libby, yes, I during my time in FFA,
Louisville, that's right.
You went to
I
KFC Yum
I went to
Center.
Louisville. I saw Dana's Dream, Maddie and Tay, at the KFC Yum Center.
That's right. That's right.
Emphasis
Now,
on
Louisville's like
young.
Yeah.
I love the KFC Yum Center.
Um,
Not too much on the KFC Yum Center.
Louisville's like its own thing in Kentucky. Like
Yeah.
to me, when people talk about going to Louisville, I'm like, yeah, come to Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
I feel
like-
about New York City,
I-
and I'm sure how can you feel about Nashville? The episode
Yeah.
of Nashville.
I love saying KFC Yum Center. Like, that's probably my favorite name for an arena.
It's so
KFC
funny.
Yum Center.
But to answer your question,
Like,
as an adult, Libby,
not just going to see Maddie and Tay.
not seeing Maddie and Tay as a 16-year-old, or going to the FFA National Convention as a 16-year-old. My only experience driving in Kentucky was driving through and being so pissed off at every Kentucky driver because apparently they cannot fucking work their brights.
Well, dude,
Jesus
listen,
Christ, it's a lever. Fucking work it. When you see me coming, turn them the fuck off. And then when you get past me, turn them back on. Sorry.
I've thought about you saying this. I've thought about this. And I will say that I'm guilty of this as well as a Kentucky mountain driver. The roads are curvy and you can't see very well. And so I think that's why a lot of people leave their brights on. I've done it. I know I've done it before.
I understand they are. I understand that. But when you have those bright ass fucking blue lights, I can't see the road any fucking more. I'm just riding it by feel and I'm hoping there's a curve not there.
It's a valid complaint.
Yeah, no, that's my only complaint about Kentucky is that driving at night, they don't know how to work the brights. All right, next question. What everybody got for me?
What was your favorite moment of the weekend?
Proposing to Kendall and everybody being confused as hell of why I chose that moment, and then not even knowing myself why I chose that moment. It just felt right.
Blame John.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I am so glad y'all made it in. It's a big trek, and every day I was like, how can I make this easier for Kynny and Tracer? Because I know that that had to be, like, I feel super lucky to have a 2.5 hour drive down. That was
Nah.
tough.
We'll be back next year laughing at Kill Tony podcasts, making fun of Red Man. I'm excited to drink a beer with Dana, and drink beer with all of you,
What are you
but
talking about?
especially Dana.
Are you talking about Kill Tony again?
Yeah.
I'm
My
excited for my next beer with you, Trace.
Western Grunge Tape Deck is the number one podcast in my heart, obviously, but a close second is Kill Tony. I do have with a regard for Tony Hinchcliffe, Red Band, and all those guys that Kill Tony.
Not sponsored.
All
That's
right,
all.
y'all. Well, thanks everyone for tuning into this episode, and please do share it with your mommy, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, anyone you think would enjoy this.
Your
I'm sure
enemy.
everyone would. Yep, your
Your
enemies.
dog, your cat.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still hosting Gage
If you're able
Grace
to get out to Laurel,
Emporium, or do we give up?
yeah, Gage Grace and Alyssa Emporium. Yeah, pass it out there on a USB.
Local
Yep.
bum.
Yeah, and please do get out to Laurel Cove if you're able to. It's a one in a lifetime experience.
Absolutely.
So.
I hate to sound like that dork that's like it's magic, but like it's different.
It
And
is.
if you are a true appreciator of art and culture and like supporting rural communities, get out there and see it at least once.
Yep. Yep.
It's magic.
It's so magic.
It is. It is.
It is. It is.
Real quick before we get out of here, number one, music saves lives. I'm so glad that y'all are here. We have all come together because of music, and I love every single one of you because of it. Number two, take yourself out, find yourself some hillbilly egg rolls, look up a recipe, smoke a pork butt, find some good coleslaw, make hillbilly egg rolls. I love y'all so much. I've had all I can handle. I hope you're happy now. Good night.